Had a bit of a kerfuffle with the YouTube, but how are we all? Hope you're all okay. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Tuesdays are my request evening. Thursdays are my stories that I like to bring to you. It is a live, but I don't interrupt the story. So what I do is I'll say a quick hi to everyone in the live, have a little chat with the guys in there, then I'll start the story. Once I start, I don't stop. I don't interrupt it or anything, so if you want to fast forward you can do that, and then at the very end then I have a little chat with the guys in the live. So that's sort of the format of the channel. Thank you for joining. It'd be great if you could come and join us in the live next time. That'd be amazing. But yeah, that's it. So I will start in a second. I'm just gonna hang on and see if anyone wants to join us this evening. But yeah, while you're here, if you'd like to comment or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. My Patreon is patreon.com/Jess Rose 5472. Like I say, I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. I am a little bit late tonight. I've been a bit naughty, so I'm going to see if anyone joins. Otherwise, it's just us. It's just us. It's just you and me doing the live. But yeah, it'd be great if you could come in and join, or like I say, just like, comment and subscribe would be just as helpful. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just going to see if anyone's going to join, and then I'll start the story. You're more than welcome to fast forward if you want to, while I faff about with my hair as well, because I'm not too sure what's going on here. But yeah, I can see someone's in there, I think, but I can't see who it is. Oh, you are there. Oh, hi. I couldn't see anyone. I was rambling. I couldn't see anyone. Hi, sis. Hi, Sharon. How are we? Can you hear me? No, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't see us. I just thought I was there on my own. How are we all? Sorry, I had to stop. I had started the live, and the whole setup, it wasn't right, so I had to cut it and come back. So sorry I'm late, guys. Sorry I'm late. I don't know if you saw me go live, but yeah, I quickly had to stop it very quickly. But how are we all? Did we all have a good weekend and stuff? All that sort of good stuff. Oh, that's good. Am I too loud? I'm not too loud, am I? Probably. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. How are we? Sorry, I'm just trying to cool down. I got myself all stressed because it all fell apart. But seem to be up and running okay now. Oh, did you? I'm so sorry. Oh, Natalie, have you? Oh no, what happened? Can we ask? Or is it just a bad day? Oh, sorry sis for cutting you off as well. I'm so sorry. As I went, I don't get to see it until it's gone. I see it briefly, but not the full thing. And I was like, well, none of that looks right. So I had to sort of restart it all again. I'm trying to sort my light out as well. It's just all a palaver at the minute. I'm not ordering off TikTok shop again. I can tell you that for nothing. The lights keep going off and it keeps dropping. Oh, Natalie. Oh, Natalie, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How old is she? Oh, my God. How is she? I presume it was a school that let you know. Has she been having trouble at school and stuff? Oh, that's awful. My God, I wasn't expecting that. I'm so sorry to hear that. 12. Oh, Natalie, I'm so sorry. Is it something to do with school? Is like there's something happening at school? Oh, God. How is she? Oh, I don't even know what to say. That's awful. 12 years old as well. I'm so sorry, Natalie. That's awful. Oh, what a shame. I think we've gone off, haven't we? We've gone off. Yeah, she thinks nobody look. Oh no, it's that. Do you know? I hate this age. I hate this age for kids. It's just the worst age, isn't it? It's just they're going through so many emotions. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we are. We're all here for you, Natalie. I'm ever so sorry to hear that. I genuinely don't know what to say. I genuinely don't. Oh God. Oh, I mean, where is she now? Is she at home, or how have you processed it? I suppose, God, it's only just happened, hasn't it? So, oh God, is she talking to you? Has she got someone to talk to? This is driving me crazy. It keeps going off. Oh God, that's horrific. She's at home. Oh, Natalie. Yeah, I can't even advise. Tiffany would be better because obviously the age range, but mine aren't quite there yet. But I'm dreading it. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely dreading it. I'm not looking forward to getting to those ages at all. Not at all. It's like Tiffany says, it's hard for the child, it's hard for the parents. Parents don't know what to do. Child doesn't know if they're coming or going. It's just, oh God. It's just awful. It's just so sad. Yeah, I think it's just really hard for kids now as well, isn't it? It's just really, really hard for them now. I don't know what to do. I think the schools, I mean, they're supposed to be more helpful. Has the school been helpful? Have they been helping, or? Yeah, she does. She does, Natalie. She really does. So Tiffany would be look, I can only sympathise, but I haven't. I'm not there yet with mine, so Tiffany would be ideal to talk to, really. Given, look, she's got a daughter, similar age. Not because but I mean, age range, I mean. Oh, God. Don't even know what to say now. I don't know. I was going to say to the other guys on here, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here on Thursday or next week. Hi, Warwick. How you doing? I know what you meant. I know. I don't. It's hard. Oh, yeah. I agree in a way. Yeah. It's just really, really hard, isn't it? You know they've got to go, but you're not there to sort of protect them through the day. So, oh God, it's just awful. Absolutely awful. I didn't see you, Warwick. I didn't know you were on. But yeah, I was just going to say I'm not here on Thursday and I'm not here next week because it's half term. And my parents are coming down from Skegness tomorrow. That's why I can't do Thursday. And yeah, next week, obviously, it's half term. And I don't want to say I can do it and then on the Tuesday or the Thursday be like, sorry guys. So I thought I'll just say no. So I will be back 2 weeks today anyway. But that's it. I mean, if you do need to chat, Natalie, obviously mine's open too. It was just, I was more pointing you in the way of Tiff just because of the the age range. I just hate to talk from a point of view where I haven't come up against that yet. That age range, I mean. Yeah. Oh, God. That's awful. Awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know if this story's really going to be. I know we have a routine. I know we do. But you know the parents are coming. They're coming. They're descending on the Birmingham. So that's Thursday. Even though Mum's be like, you can still do it. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that. Because it will mean sort of boosting my parents out of my living room for an hour. or however long, so I can't do that. And then next week, I was going to leave Tuesday and then and do Thursday, but Thursday's Halloween, it's the 31st, so I know I'd just be letting you down on Thursday as well, because trick-or-treating is above us and they do look forward to that. Oh no, Warwick, why? Why? What's going on? What's happening today? Oh God. And I'm not going to help matters, I'm afraid. The story I'm about to do, it is a child. So, yeah, I don't know what to do now, and I haven't got another one ready. Yeah, it is. I agree. I'd love to just keep them back at home, but I have always said if there was a major difference, they'd be homeschooled. I think we know that I wouldn't be homeschooling them the subject of geography, but I could do a couple. But yeah, all jokes aside, I have made that clear that that's what I would be doing if there's any oh yeah, I am. No, I will do it. I'm just like, it's I don't know, it's a bit of a hard story tonight then, isn't it? So, Warwick, what's going on with you? Quickly before I start. Oh, and I got a bone to pick, Warwick. Oh, I can't pick the bone until I know what's wrong with you. No, I'll still do it. If everyone's okay for me to do it, I'll still do the story. But it's only if, obviously, I just wanted to let Natalie know it's not really. I don't know. It's going to be a really hard story. So it was just a quick heads up on that. And Warwick, I can't shout at you until I know what's going on, because I was going to shout at you and now I don't feel I can. So I need to know why. Give me a reason why I can't shout at you. I know Phil's not joining us tonight. I don't know if anyone saw his post earlier on, but it's actually his mum's birthday. So I said we'd all wish his mum a happy birthday, and I did let him know I'll be back 2 weeks today. So I did let him know earlier. But yeah, so that's why Phil's not joining us. Because I love you. No. That's the reason why I can't shout at you. No, it's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not going to win me round. Oh, have I took that name now? Oh, is that... I have. I know. I can't help it, though. I can't help it. Shall I sing to his mum? Shall I sing a happy birthday in my angelic tones? Okay. I suppose I did it for Kelly and Warwick, didn't I? Okay, so Phil, if you're watching tomorrow, this is for your mum. Oh, God. Happy birthday to you. Shall I do Marilyn Monroe for her? Shall I do a Marilyn Monroe one? I haven't done that in a long time. Shall I? Okay. Need to get my mic. Let's get the mic. Hold on. Are you ready? Okay. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Phil's mum. Happy birthday to you. I haven't done that since I was about 18. Happy birthday, Phil's mum. Have a fabulous day. Oh dear. Jamelia. Do I know that one? Is that a happy birthday too? I don't know that one then. I probably do and I just can't think of it maybe. But I thought I'd do Marilyn Monroe. My God. Boop, 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 be-doo. Oh, it's SR. Oh, SR that. Oh, I don't know what SR. Oh, screen record? No, you can't. God, she called me on that before as well with the SR. Oh, God, no. Can't be. You can't. I don't know why I'm arguing. It's going to be up there, isn't it? For goodness sake. It's a good people can't stitch it, isn't it? Wow, okay. I wasn't... Yeah, I can take that worry because she was amazing. She was fabulous. So I was about to get insulted, but I can't. How can I get insulted over that? That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. It's fine. But I tried. Yes, that's twice now. I tried to do Marilyn Monroe, and today I tried to do a Scottish accent for Sharon, and I heard it back, and oh my God. It's horrific. I was so sorry afterwards. I was like, oh my God, Sharon, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't ever hear it back, so I never knew it was that bad. What are you doing to me? Okay. I can only do it from Rab C. Nesbitt. That's the only impression of Scottish I can do. And it was, no, listen here, Mary Hen. Rab C. Nesbitt. That's it. That's all I could do. That's it. I love Ramsey Nesbitt. That's all I could pick up. When he'd be at Mary Doll. Yeah. Oh, God. Don't stop screen recording me. Stop it. Take it on the chin, but don't rub it. I'm not having to rub it this evening, Warwick. I'm not having to rub it. It's okay. We're quite calm this evening, so I can't say that in about half an hour it's not all going to happen. And it'll have to happen. There's nothing I can do about it. But, well, okay. So, based on my pants Marilyn Monroe impression and my pants Scottish accent, should we start this story? Yes. And stop screen recording it. Stop that now. Stop. At least let me watch it back. Why am I... No, okay, you're not. I was about to say that out loud then. But I was curious is all it was. Because you're the first to say after a live to write a comment. You didn't comment on Thursday. And I do notice. And then today, when I put my comment up, there was Phil, there was Teeth, and no Warwick again. So that's why I'm having you. Oh, okay. Yeah, please don't. Do you know what? I don't know why I'd be bothered anyway, because it's out for the world to see at the end of this. So I don't know why I'm saying don't do it. It's all going up there, isn't it? So, oh God, just I think I've stopped anyone stitching my videos. So hopefully I'm not going to see myself as a bloody meme. Or like I'm taking the mick out of people. It's terrible. But yes, that's why I was more curious. And then when I seen you pop up, I was like, oh. So why can't you? Why can't you comment afterwards? It'd only be you and Phil and maybe Tiffany that would really get it in the neck. And Sharon, because you know what happens? Because you do it all the time now. When you don't do it, I notice. And I'm there like, I've got to put this fan down. Why has that not happened? And then when I seen it today as well, I was like, what's going on? What's happening here? So yeah, I do notice. Although I did say today I'm not very observant, but I observed that. I did observe that. I suppose because it was about me. It's the self-involvement again. Anyway, okay, right. I will catch up with you guys at the end. I'm going to start the story. Of Magic City. Please don't. Chat was getting too serious. Yes, I know, but it was. Yeah, I'm a nightmare. I don't know what to say. Yeah, and no stitching, Sharon. Please don't. It'll just be Sharon. There's me on one side of the screen, and Sharon just pointing like this, like what's she doing? She's oh god, I can see it now. But okay, I'm gonna start. If you're watching tomorrow, I am going to start now. I won't interrupt. It is the devastating Sophia Rodriguez-Urrutia. I've heard her name pronounced Urrutia or Urrutia-Shu. It's this little girl's name. I want to warn yous. I am giving the very last warning for this story because, oh my god. Okay. So we've got Sophia, born on the 11th of November 1997 in Canning Vale, Western Australia. She's the second youngest of four. She's got an older brother, an older sister, and a younger sister. Her mum and dad, very, very, very close family, really close family. Her dad did work in Hong Kong a lot, but he'd come back. You know, he'd do that to provide for the family. The family themselves did move over there for a year to Hong Kong, but they did come back. And it was said about Sophia, absolutely beautiful little girl. I say it all the time, but the photo's just so sweet, so angelic looking. He said she was very shy but thoughtful, very kind. At school she was popular, clever. Loved her family. Was a very, very family orientated little girl. They were just a very close-knit family, a family of six. She went to Mater Christi Primary School, next to the Mater Christi Catholic Church next door. He said she worked very hard at school. If you remember, I said she's very clever, she's very popular. And every now and again, when her dad wasn't working away, he'd pick her up from school on his scooter. Not the scooter that we're thinking, but like it's been likened to like a Vespa. And she'd get so excited putting her little helmet on. You know, it'd make her day to see her dad coming to pick her up. So when Sophia got to about age 8, this is what I mean about this little girl. It said that she was also really patient. She just loved life, and she was just very patient, still believed in Santa and the Tooth Fairy, and she'd lost a tooth. And this little girl waited 2 weeks for the Tooth Fairy to come and put like $5 under her pillow. 2 weeks. Like, mine would be hunting around the house for the Tooth Fairy if it had gone 2 days, let alone 2 weeks. I just thought it was just the sweetest thing when I heard about it. So, yeah, like I say, just a very, very close-knit, sweet little girl. So, we get to Monday, the 26th of June, 2006. All right? So, Sophia's uncle comes and picks her up from school, and he brings with him her older brother and sister, and basically they go shopping. Now, it's sort of a mall type thing. We've got one here called Touchwood in Solihull. We've also obviously got the Bullring, and it's sort of like an indoor shopping area, and it was called the Livingston Marketplace. And that's where they'd gone to just do some shopping, and you can see it outside. It's very similar to shopping centres everywhere. You know, you sort of go in and then you've got loads of shops inside. And they went to a store called Big W. It appears to be on the ground floor. And We had Woolworths. I don't know if it's the equivalent of our Woolworths, but it's called Big W and it was Big Woolworth. So not Woolworths. So that's where they've gone. And when I've looked at this shop, it just looks like one of them places where it's got everything. It reminds me a little bit of B&M as well. Just it looked like it just a huge store and just had everything in there. So they're pottering around and they're going up and down the aisles and getting bits of what they need and stuff. And they all go to the till. They've got what they needed to get and they're all lining up at the till to pay for what they need. And Sophia basically asks her uncle, she's going to go to the toilet. So, you know, she couldn't wait till she got home. So he was like, okay, now let me describe this to you. I don't know if my description can do it for you. So obviously if you need to go away and have a look, of course do so. But so I want you to imagine the most I can liken it to is if you've ever stopped off on the motorway at services, okay? Now, if you think of their toilets, it's sort of an open area and you walk down sort of a corridor sounds too long, doesn't it? But like a corridor and you will have women's, men's and disabled. Wow. Where this shop is, so you've got the outside of the shop here, tills are right here, so right at the front of the store, and then just to the, so as you're coming out, just to the left, you've got like you don't even need to go through doors, it doesn't look like, it's just like a sort of corridor and just above it tells you it's the toilet, and you walk down, okay? And down there you've got the ladies, the gentlemen and the disabled toilets, okay? So while her uncle's at the till with her older brother and sister, he says to her, go on then, be quick. So off she toddles, and don't forget she's 8. Off she toddles, and you might be like, well, why is he let her go on her own? But she is 8, and the toilets, you would need to see for my description to make sense, it is literally just there. He can see her walking down. And as she turns into the women's, he carries on paying for the stuff that they've bought. So, like I say, he could see where she was walking, everything else. So they paid for their items, and they're now sort of waiting at the door, like the doorway of Big W, and the toilets are just there, and they started to notice time going by, just minutes, but why is it taking her so long? Shouldn't be taking her that long to just nip into the ladies and come running back out. So Sophia's uncle sends her sister, oh, go and get your sister, tell her to come on, we're done now. So he sends the sister down the corridor and sees her running to the women's, and Sophia's sister comes running out and she says she's not there. I said, what are you talking about? And he's like, she's not in there. I've just shouted her, she's not in there. She's not in the cubicles. So her uncle then goes in to check the men's toilet. All right. But Sophia's not in there either. Okay. Her sister also checks the women's again, just in case. And at this point, all three are shouting her name. You know, Sophia, you know, shouting the women's and the men's and everything else. There's no sign, but they're like, but we were at the front of the store. How could we have missed her coming out? So they're quite confused. Now, her brother, who's 14, he sort of walks down, and from how it's been described to me, it would seem that it's the men's, women's, and then disabled is the last one. That's sort of the description I've got. And as he's walking down, he hears noises coming from the disabled toilet. Okay, So he goes up and he can hear these noises and he can hear tap running and stuff. So he knocks on. He's like, Sophia. And a man answers. And so he's like, sort of like, okay, sorry. Sort of walks back. Goes back to his uncle and they're sort of looking around. They can't see her. Now, there was other bathrooms across Big W. So these are just outside the doors. Apparently, there's some at the other end of Big W. So Sophia's uncle and her sister, they head there because obviously one's got to check the men's, one's got to check the women's. So they both go, but her brother stays outside the toilets that they watched her go into. So he stays there. So anyway, they check those toilets, no sign of her there. So as they're coming back, they go to the help desk and they have an announcement put out, you know, announcing there's a little girl missing, can you keep an eye out, give a description, everything else. Now, let me just say, there's only about, now, although it took me a little while to put all this description to you, in real life, there's only been about 10 minutes go by, less, 9 minutes, okay? But they're really starting to panic. They're really starting to panic because it's like, how can she just disappear? We watched her go into the toilet. Where is she? So they go out and they start looking around the car park. They're looking at other shops round by where they are. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What's going on? They're obviously very, very, very confused as to what's happening, but they're also getting really, really worried. They're like, she's only a little girl. So her brother, it said that he doesn't know why, but he's just like, I need to go back. I need to go back and check them toilets again. Even though they'd all checked them 2 or 3 times. He goes back to the original toilets outside Big W where they'd seen Sophia go. So he walks back down the corridor to those disabled toilets and there's still noise coming from inside of there. And what he can hear is the toilet flushing over and over again, which obviously is very odd. Banging in there, tap running, you know, he's just very confused like what's going on in there. But as he still stood there, like trying to work out what he's hearing, the door unlocks and opens, and at that split second, he looks up to this quite a big guy. I was going to say something. I'll say a brick shit house. He looks up at this guy and the guy looks down at him for a split second and then just hurriedly walks off. Alright? But where he's come out the toilet, he's left the toilet door open. Alright, so her brother looks round the toilet door and there's his little sister. She's on the floor, naked and broken. Her body's actually contorted into, he couldn't describe what he was looking at. And what he notices is that her uniform is sort of crumpled up. It's crumpled up and thrown into the bin that was beside the door of the toilet. So he runs, he gets her uncle. They run back and they desperately try to revive this little girl. They do. But it was too late. It was too late. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's all it had been. So, of course, the entire shopping centre's completely locked down straight away. It's made a crime scene very, very quickly. It's a shock to everybody. It's a shock to everybody in there that this has happened in such a safe area as well. The police are obviously called. They quickly begin checking CCTV. Now, the CCTV cameras are, you know, what a surprise, outside the toilets aren't working. But they are working out into the car park, all right? And Sophia's brother gives them the details of the man. He can describe this man who's walked out of the toilets, leaving his sister dead after 10 minutes because she went to the toilet. A mum is called by her uncle. As far as the mum's concerned, she's at home doing dinner, waiting for her kids to come home with their uncle. And that's the phone call she receives to say she's gone. She phones their dad, who at this point's actually back in Hong Kong on a business trip. Of course, he flew straight back the next day, completely dazed. No one knows what's going on. There's no warning, there's no time frame. It was just, she was there and now she's gone. Like, they couldn't get their head round what's just happened. How does this happen? So, although, like I say, there was CCTV outside, it seems a little bit suspicious how quickly the police seem to know the man that they're looking for. Really quickly. To the point where at 5 a.m. on Tuesday the 27th of June 06, so we're talking just over 12 hours later, they head to a house in the area, okay, and they pick up a man by the name of Dante Wyndham Arthurs, who's 21 years of age. They actually pick him up. It's his parents' house, and of course they raid the house, go up to his room. He, of course, he's asleep, sleeping like a baby. And as they're looking around his room, in a dresser, they find latex gloves, handcuffs, a small knife, duct tape. In another drawer, in a bag, they find a collection of pictures of little girls, about 12 of them, and all their addresses in this man's drawers. So, of course, they bring him in straight away. But let me tell you something about Dante Arthurs, okay? At age 17, he was actually living in Surrey, in England, okay? And this was in 2001, all right? Now, he was being questioned on the assault of a little girl. Remember, he's 17 at this point. And he was supposed to come in for a lowing up. But he didn't come in because his family were moving to Australia. And they did. Now, I don't know if his parents knew. I'm not insinuating that. I'm just saying that he just left the country and he moved to Australia. Okay? So then we get to 2003, 2 years later, and at this point he's 19. And it's December 14th. So we're coming up to 10 days before Christmas. Alright? And Dante is arrested for the assault of an 8-year-old little girl. Same age as Sophia. Okay? At a park. For the assault of an 8-year-old little girl at a park opposite his house. Okay? What he'd done, he'd gone over to the park. He'd come up behind her and dragged her into some bushes. It said that he'd assaulted her, but she'd managed to bite him. She'd managed to bite his hand. And obviously he'd let go and she ran and she managed to escape. But the charges were dropped. Charges were dropped against him. Do you want to know why? Because the police had been so angry at him that it was said they'd forced the confession out of him. They'd been a little bit, I don't know if it was hands-on. It's kind of insinuated. But they'd been a bit heavy with him. And the charges got dropped. Okay. So that's 2001 at age 17, 2003 age 19. And now we get to 2006. When just before he's about to turn 22. So he's still 21. And this is what he does to Sophia. Alright. Now, what I will say about this story, just as a little bit in the story, there was rumours around this time that this was actually Robert Thompson. Okay. Now, if that name doesn't put shivers down your spine, then well, maybe you might not remember, but you will remember the name James Bulger. Okay. Now, there was rumours that had gone round the media like wildfire when this happened, basically saying that this was actually Robert Thompson. And when he'd been released in 2001, don't forget, in 2001 was when Robert Thompson and John Venables were released from prison. When did Dante leave England? 2001 to go to Australia. So they're sort of trying to piece that together and basically say that Robert Thompson got out of prison after 8 years, and he then relocated with a new name, new identity to Australia, and this is him. You know, it's a shopping centre again. You know, this is how people... I don't know if that's how people pieced it together or they felt they had more proof, but the police came forward, the media had to come forward afterwards and basically say, look, no, it's not him. No. I don't know. But all I can say is what I've read, what I've researched, and it's saying it's not him. Okay? So, but I just wanted to put that across. They say there's no connection. Alright? Okay. So, little Sophia, of course, there was an autopsy done. Oh, God. Okay. The attack on little Sophia in that disabled bathroom went on for 3 to 5 minutes. That's all it was. 3 to 5 minutes. Alright? I've heard two oh God, I'm just letting you know. There's two things that I've heard about these details I'm about to give you, so I'll give you both of them. But in the first detail that I heard, says that Sophia's, both her legs were broken. Okay. And her arm dislocated. In the second thing that I've heard, again, both of her legs were broken, but both of her arms were broken as well. 2 accounts, thank you. Both her legs were broken, and both arms, and the arm was also dislocated. Okay. So there are 2 accounts that I've heard, thank you. It's said that this was done while she was still alive. They don't know if she was conscious, but she was still alive. And it said that he broke her arms because he'd ripped her uniform off her so savagely. But her legs had been twisted so far in the other direction, that's what had caused them to break. He broke both her arms and legs. She had severe bruising around her neck from strangulation, where he'd actually crushed her larynx so she couldn't scream. So when she could hear her brother and her sister and her uncle outside of that toilet, obviously hearing them up and down shouting her name, he put all his weight, and oh, if you could see this just his, I won't say what I wrote down about him, I won't say the name I called him, but if you saw the size of him, and he crushed her throat so much that he crushed her larynx. And she was also raped, and she had severe internal injuries. 3 to 5 minutes. Now, do you remember I mentioned 2003, okay, where he'd assaulted an 8-year-old girl in the park opposite his house, but the charges had to be dropped? Well, there was something else. The shorts that he'd had on at that time were never checked for DNA. So when they started investigating this case for Sophia, they got those shorts back out of their holding place. Oh God, my brain's gone dead at the minute. And finally analysed them. And they found that the young girl's DNA, i.e. blood, was on his shorts from the case back in 2003. They had DNA. They had him. And they didn't check. Because they'd obviously, from what I can gather, put so much pressure on him in the first interview. It was, the case was just dropped. So, oh God. Now Dante himself, he actually worked at that mall. And remember I said they found all them photos, them little girls and the addresses. But he worked at that mall. And that day, he wasn't working. He wasn't actually working that day. He'd been at home. Just looking at, if you see him, he just looks like a sloth. He just looks disgusting. He just looks vile. And he'd had a row with his mum. Okay. So he headed to that big W. Just, you know, when you think of just so many things that just piece together were them to meet at that moment in time. So he's walking around Big W. Okay. And then he decides to go to the men's room. Right, he goes to the toilet. And as he comes out of the men's toilet, he spots little Sophia coming out of the women's. And as she's walking away, she would have been that close to being back with her family, he drags her back and drags her into the disabled toilet. She was out. She was out. She was, when you see the hall, she was that close to being back in the oil line of her uncle. And he dragged her back into the disabled toilets. I don't know if it was an excuse, but they've said he had Asperger's, and says he only remembered parts of the attack, just parts of the attack. He said he threw her into the toilet so he could tear off her uniform. And he remembers shaking her and then hearing something break. With regards to the sexual assault on her, I only used a finger. That's all I used. They knew he was lying. Her injuries told a completely different story. He was completely downplaying this attack on this child that he murdered. Now, the whole of Australia, of course, devastated as well. I mean, the family were just torn apart, but it had made just all around Australia. They just couldn't believe that you can't even let your daughter go to the toilet. Though, of course, you had a couple of people like, why was she letting her go on her own? You know, that's what you're going to come out and say when this family have lost their child. She hasn't just died. She didn't just fall down and die in the toilet. She was mad. She was dragged back. And that's what you think, oh, well, why wasn't you watching her? He was watching her. He thought she'd be okay. They lived in a safe area. This didn't go on. And that's what they had to say to the parents. I just thought disgusting. I just thought you always get someone doing it. Her funeral was held on Monday, the 3rd of July, 2006. Just less than a month. Just less than 2 weeks. After she'd just gone shopping with her uncle. Just because she'd gone shopping. It was held at Mater Christi Church next to her school. There was about 500 people inside, but about 2,000 actually came to the funeral itself. Her school friends actually performed an Indonesian dance that it was like a dance routine that they'd been practicing with Sophia. Her and her friends had been practicing this dance for weeks to perform at school. She'd been so excited about it. She'd been practicing at home. And they performed that at her funeral. It must have been heartbreaking for her friends. And then they just released just hundreds of pink and blue balloons. It just absolutely heartbreaking. The family themselves, even though by now they knew about the police botching the 2003 case, they worked really closely with the police. Her parents just seem like just a beautiful family. They genuinely do. Like, doesn't seem to be any hatred in them, which, well, oh my God, I don't even want to think what I'd say. So they worked very close with the police commissioner, but when the trial was coming around, they couldn't bear to hear the details of her death again. They just couldn't. I mean, hearing it once, I have no words. So Mater Christi, the church and the school that Sophia went to, the priest for the church went on behalf of the family along with the police liaison officer, and they represented the parents instead. Now, I didn't realise just how similar Australia is to us in the UK and Canada, I believe. Well, he was originally charged with willful murder, which I've worked out, and I could be really wrong, but it seems to me sort of the equivalent of premeditated. Now, premeditated doesn't have to be planned for any sort of long length of time, but I've got it as that because it's that extra, it's like that extra count on top of murder, and in Australia it's called willful murder. So he's charged with that, 2 counts of violating a child and unlawful detention. All right. So we get to March 2007. Now, he was supposed to plead guilty. It was slam dunk. But he didn't. He decided to plead not guilty. And the reason he decided to plead not guilty is that his confession was inadmissible because of force from the police again. They said they were too forceful with his confession, like they had been back in 2003. July 2007, it was decided that due to the media attention and just the utter disgust for this so-called human being, that the trial was to be by judge alone, no jury, just by judge alone. The family were, Sophia's parents were relieved at this because their son would have been called up because this animal had decided to plead not guilty, meaning that it would have to be a trial. Their son would have had to have testified and go through that whole thing again. So they were relieved for that reason. So, like I say, August 2007, his confession was inadmissible because of the force from the police. So instead, he agrees to a deal, a plea bargain, if you will. And what he agrees to plead guilty to is murder alone. Now, what I found out is in Australia, if you are found guilty of willful murder, it is between 16 and 19 years you can do in prison. 16, 19 years. For what's classed as an on top of a murder charge. For murder alone, you can be given a sentence of 7 years up to 14. I thought we were bad. And this is what he pled guilty to. Murder. No violation charges. Remember, it's supposed to be 2 counts of violation of a child. No violation charges. Do you want me to tell you why? Because the pathologist couldn't be sure if Sophia had been alive at the time she was sexually abused. And therefore, based on their law, if she was already dead when he did that to her, well then, you know, what are you going to do? So, he wasn't charged. They were dropped. So, in September 2007, he pled guilty to murder plus unlawful detention. And in November 2007, he was sentenced to life with a minimum of 13 years. Okay. So, as you'd imagine, outrage from the public, heartbreak from her family, just utter disgrace. The judge at the time did say, you know, even though I have to do this because of the law, I will recommend that you never get out again, but it's only a recommendation. But what he did say is that when you come up for parole after 13 years, I recommended that it has to go through the Attorney General. That's who has to make the decision, okay? So it's not just a parole board and a stamp. It has to go through the Attorney General if he's ever to be released, okay? So we get to June 2019. He's around 34 at this time. And little Sophia would have been 21. She would have had her 21st birthday. He was up for parole, and Change.org, there was a petition raised, and they managed to get over 150,000 signatures to keep him inside. You know, there was just uproar over it. As it happened, his parole was denied for 3 years. Just 3 years. So then we get to 2022. He's due for parole again. At this point, he's 37. Little Sophia would have been 24. He's parole denied again, but just for 3 years. Just for 3 years again. So in 2025, next year, which I will be keeping an eye on, he'll be due for parole again. He'll be up for parole again. And you know, he'll only be 40 years of age. That's all he'll be. 40 years of age, that's it. That little girl would have been 27. The poor family. Now, I know we've had this discussion about death penalty and everything else. This is what I'm talking about. That poor family have to relive this every 3 years. Every 3 years. Now, I know on death row, and obviously Australia haven't got that option, but I know on death row you still have to go through that, and you have to go through appeals and everything else. But I just don't know. Oh, God. But it says they harbour no hate, but they never, ever want this man to be released again. They still harbour no hate towards him. Her little best friends still have pendants that were made with a little picture on it. And on the back, it says Sophia Forever inscribed on the back of the pendant. Oh my God. Yeah, that was the devastating Sophia Rodriguez, Urrutia-Shu story. Oh God. Just awful story. I didn't know much about it either. I'd never heard of this story. Oh God. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. If you want to join my Patreon, it's patreon.com/Jess Rose 5472. Like I say, Tuesdays are requests, Thursdays are stories I want to bring to you, but I'm not here now for 2 weeks. I'll be back on the 5th of November, bonfire night. I'll actually be back then. Yeah, if you have any requests, drop them in the comments, or if you want to join my Patreon, or if you just want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'm just going to have a little chat with the guys in the live now. So thank you so much. Oh, guys. Oh, wasn't it just awful? Warwick. I was about to read that out then. Oh, just awful, wasn't it? Oh, God. I've done it. I've been like going, not out of sight, like, but never, ever, ever would you dream? It's like, oh, God. It's just awful story. I just thought it was horrible. Such a shame, and just how sweet her family seemed as well. Just everything I've seen about them, the whole family just seemed really kind and sweet, which is apparently just what she was, just a kind, sweet girl. And the botch jobs as well over the years, like in Surrey in England, and then over there, like two times they had a chance to stop this from escalating. And they botched it both times. I was talking to someone about it earlier, on about when he'd done it here in Surrey, and it was like, but he would have got there on a plane, so surely they can bring him back, you know, and just to stop that. The shouting outside. Can anyone else hear that? Hang on. One sec. Did anyone else hear that then? Okay, 1 second. Let me just say, I'll just send a comment then. Stop. Has it hit 2K? Oh my God. That's quick. That was only on 1.5 today. Oh God. Oh, thank you, sis. No, thank you. Just, oh God, just awful, awful. Did you hear it? I don't know where that was coming from. So, oh my God, I need to stop talking so I can listen. Yeah, Oysters Addy. We've decided that my nosy name's Oyster. It's from a show that Sharon's pointing me in the direction of. So, yeah, I'm now Oyster. I can't believe that, Sharon. That's amazing. We'll have all the drama. Yes, we will. I need a slap. Sometimes you think they need a slap. Worry, I don't know what. But I want that noise back. I need. Still game. That's what it's called. Still game. Excellent. You've got to have a look, Tiffany. I think you'd find it really funny because you liked Rabsy Nesbitt. So I reckon you'd really find it funny. It's really funny. Yeah. Mine, I've got to admit, mine nearly got one the other day. And it weren't my oldest one, it was my youngest one. She nearly got one the other day, I'm not going to lie. I had to really pull myself back. Because I'm saving it. I'm saving it for a special occasion, you see. And I don't want it I don't want it to get too much of a habit where it doesn't have the same effect. So I'm saving myself for a special occasion. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I'm only getting them out for special occasions. No, you're right. You are right. You're right, Warwick. You are. No. The one. I'll do what Mum used to do. Knuckle. Oh, Mum will kill me. Mum will kill me. What are you saying that for? But, Mum, are you here? Yes, the unicorn. Mum, I didn't know you were here. Did you hear me grassing you? Mum, it wasn't my fault. It was the conversation we were having. But I was on about you knuckle. You knuckle. I didn't know you were here. But yes, I was saying that I'm saving it for special occasions. Oh no. I'm going to get it tomorrow now. What are you doing? Oh, Mum's coming tomorrow. Oh, God, it's me. I'm going to get the knuckle on. Oh, Mum. It's me. I'm going to end up with the unicorn. So am I. Oh, no. Oh, God. Why are you in trouble? Why are you in trouble? Why is Mum in trouble? But, yeah. Okay, don't eat me, Mum. Don't knuckle my head. Please don't. But I'm still taller though, so Mum has to reach up. She has to reach up. God. But yeah, like I say, I'm saving it for a special occasion anyway. That's what I'm saving it for. What did I spot earlier on? I did spot something earlier on. The game. Oh, do you know what I spotted earlier on? Yeah, I was wondering why Mum was saying I'm in trouble. I didn't know why Mum said she was in trouble either. I didn't get that. Was you on about Wolf Creek earlier? Ha! Love Wolf Creek. And did I notice out the corner of my eye that Warwick said he hadn't seen it? Warwick, you've got to watch Wolf Creek. Oh my God. I thought that's what you'd says because you said so am I. And Tiffany said I was in trouble, but then you put so am I. No. Just the odd, just a knuckle, Warwick. Oh, Wolf Creek, are you asking is that what it's about, or are you on about this conversation? You let your kids watch Wolf Creek? Stop that now. Did ya? Was it last Halloween? Mine had asked, they were begging to watch a horror film. Begging and begging and begging and begging and begging. I'm not gonna let you know what one I let them watch, but let's just say they haven't asked to watch it again. Just good sense. Yes, it is. Yes, see, I knew my mum would agree with you, Warwick. I knew my mum would agree with you. I do too, though. I do too. There is a Wolf Creek 2 is really old. It's been out a good while, Tiff. I got to admit, though, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the second one. And I can't remember why. Or if I have, I can't remember it. And I can't think why I wouldn't have watched it. But yeah, it's been out quite a while, I think, the second one. But let me know what it's like, because I can't remember if I have watched it or not, but nothing will beat that. Do you know, I think I have. I'm sure I have watched the second one. But you let the kids watch, but I can't remember the second one, but I know I'd have seen it. I know I would have. No, I can't let you know what your niece and nephew have been watching. Well, your nephew, he's got obsessed now. The other one, not so much. Put her off. But your nephew, yeah, obsessed with all things horror at the minute. So that's something that backfired. Yeah. Warwick, you've got to watch it. You have to watch it. It's shocking. Biting me when it hurt her more than me. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Tiffany. Yes, it was. Ah, night, Mum. Good night. Did you see what Warwick put when it hurt her more than me? What was that, when you got to a certain age or she felt bad? Engaged jump scares put me in the hospital. Yeah, could you imagine jumping and you just goes into spasm? My God. But I got to admit, I love a jumpy film. I love a jumpy film. I'm not one for gore. Gore's not really my thing. I've watched them over the years. And Wolf Creek, to be fair, kind of is. But that's not too... It's not gore for gore's sake. I can't stand that. Gore for gore's sake. It's just not for me. Look, Hostel. Although I love the Hostels. That's as far as I'll go down that road. But jump scares and Guess Who's and stuff, love all of that. Do you know, this was last year, Tiffany. It might have even been the year before. I can't remember. It was a good while ago, but they kept asking, I want to watch a horror film. So I was like, come on then, I'll give you one to watch. Do you want to see one with a little doll? And that's where that started. But my heart this time. Oh, okay. Sorry, Sharon. Oh, too late. I'm going now. But yeah, you might want to watch this one though. But the jump scares, no, I love a jump scare. I do, but I get why you wouldn't, Sharon. I get why you wouldn't. That's a bit dangerous. That's not really worth it. That's just not worth it to watch a horror film at all. But no, I let them watch that, and then there's been lots. The dolls seem to be a thing. They look Annabelle and things like that. They're into all of that. So yeah, that's where have you been anyway? I haven't seen you in about 3. Isn't this the 3rd live that I've done that I haven't seen you? I'm sure it is. Where have you been? How are you? Let me think of one for you. No, I don't. What about the oh God, you're in the right group. What about the Chainsaw Massacres? The updated ones, like Jessica Biel. They're good. I like them. Have they watched them yet? And the Saws, you've got like at least 6 of them that's good. Oh, sorry. Oh, really? Oh, is that why you said... Oh, right, okay. Orphan's a good film as well. Yeah, Orphan's good. Oh, Warwick, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I genuinely just thought you were joking. Oh, well, that's not good. That's not good. Are you still in touch, or have you just sort of... I'm being nosy again. Just call me Oyster again. Why can't you see Warwick's comments? I don't know. He's literally just commented a second ago. Why can't Courtney see your comments, Warwick? I don't know why. I don't know. I can see them. I don't know why you can't see. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see them. I don't know. Got my eyebrows look thick tonight. But, yeah, you've got... Oh, you can't see Warwick's comments? Are you just... Is it just me? Is it just me? Is it just me, Warwick? Because I can. All of them. All of them. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Fair enough, Warwick. No, I didn't. I didn't air anything. Right. What did I say? What did I just say? I didn't know no one could see them. I don't think I did I? I don't think I did. Oh, God, I feel terrible now. I didn't know no one could see them. Sorry, Warwick. If I did say it out loud, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Okay, I don't know where he's gone, though. He seems to have gone. Unless he's coming back. My God, he just seems to be... Look, I look like I'm on the stage again. Look at me. Look at me. But, yeah, so, just to let you know, yes, like I say, I'm not here now for 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks, I'll be back on the Tuesday. I think I should be doing Kelly's one. And the worst thing is, I was supposed to do it tonight. Although Kelly hasn't been in, I was supposed to do it tonight. But I seen this one. And I was like, I need to do this one. I need to share this one because it's just horrific. And I thought, I've got to do this one. Warwick, is that just me? Is it just me that can see that? Because I'm not going to say anything if it is. Right. Right, okay. Oh, God, Warwick. You can see it too. Was he recent? Was that recently, Warwick, or was that years ago? Is that a recent thing? Like a funeral? Oh, I'm being too nosy again. I can't help it. I don't mean to. And then I end up asking really inappropriate questions. I don't mean to. But now I'm waiting. That's such a shame, though. Yeah. I don't even know. That's awful. That's awful. It's exactly what Warwick did earlier. Oh, God. I don't know what to say. Is it jingle time? I think it's jingle time, isn't it? You do it out, I can say. Yeah. Okay, right. I do actually. I genuinely do. And it comes across as really nosy, but I'm not. I am genuinely like, what the hell? What's going on? No. Right, okay, we're going to do jingle anyway. We're going to do the jingle. That's what we're going to do. I'm slapping the legs. As you can tell, I've got shorts on again. It's so warm. It's still so bloody warm. So, right, okay. If you... Yes, yes, so Warwick, anyway, can you comment tonight afterwards? Because I did notice last time, and I was determined to shout it out, but then I couldn't. So, yeah, if you're... Oh, and Courtney, you missed me singing Happy Birthday to Phil's mom for him to watch tomorrow, like Marilyn Monroe. I did my Marilyn Monroe Happy Birthday. You missed that. You missed a treat. So, and you missed me doing my Rabsy Nesbitt impression. So, that's fine, Warwick. You can share with us anytime. I'm a bit pants, though. I never know what to say. Holding a remote at you. First of all, come on. Get to the jingle. Right, okay. Thank you to Warwick and Sharon and Tiff, my moderator extraordinaire. I know Hayley's on holiday. My mum for coming in. Natalie, if you're still watching, I really hope you're okay. And yeah, if you need to talk, obviously we're here. I thank Courtney, haven't I? Thank you to Courtney. I know it still doesn't show it's factory my human and my YouTube hobby. But yeah, thank you all so much. I will see you in 2 weeks on the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. Do you remember that? Anyway, and yeah, if you look, comment and subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Look, comment and subscribe, guys. Please, look, comment and subscribe. And patreon.com/Jess Rose 5472. I've really cocked up my outros tonight. But thank you guys so much. You are all so amazing. Sharon, I can't believe we're on 2,000. Oh, can I just say, earlier on I was like, yeah, I went to say our video to Sharon. Can you believe our video on her channel? Our video. She says I'm allowed to though. So our videos nearly at 2,000 now. I didn't even realise it was at 1.5. How great's that? How fabulous. So yeah, but thank you guys all. Thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Have a fantastic time. If you want a video, you need anything, just pop in the comments. I'll still see them and everything. So have a fantastic couple of weeks, guys. Thank you. No, congratulations to Sharon Dopey Hole. Not me. It's not me. Sharon's channel. The views Dopey Hole. But I just can't believe I just called a Dopey Hole on a live. That's terrible. But yeah, have a lovely couple of weeks, guys, and I will yeah, I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye. I'm waiting for Tiffany to write to you, Sharon. Quickly. Us together. Yes, Tiffany. Killer. Right. I'll see you all. She'll put it in afterwards. I'll see it after, Sharon. So, yeah. But I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Take care, guys. There she is. There we go. Take care, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please, like, comment, and subscribe, guys.